Let us start. Sanushka, explain the wrapper classes.
Wrapper classes is those classes if we want to convert an primitive data type into object, because in the Java is not fully object oriented, but we can make object oriented by using wrapper classes. There are two ways we can use wrapper classes, that are auto boxing and auto unboxing.
Can you explain the hierarchy of wrapper class?
Hierarchy.
Umesh, yes.
I did not recall it now.
Umesh, how we can create the object of a string, or how we can initialize the string in Java?
String is a
Which are the ways to create a string in Java?
string in Java create string string reference and string new string and string object create
Using a new
new
keyword
new
and
keyword and create
string literals, correct?
Yes.
What are the differences between creating a string using a new keyword
Yes.
and creating using a string literals?
Yes.
What are the differences between them?
Reference between they can use in
Anushka, can we initialize the string builder using initialization technique? So, or string using like a string literals?
Yes, sir. String literal.
Write down the code in which you have to initialize a string builder using a initialization technique. Umesh, what are the differences between string auto boxing and auto unboxing?
auto boxing and auto unboxing. Auto boxing means they can execute particular class or particular file or object they can use in particular object, and auto unboxing means particular class and object they can execute only partial object.
Auto boxing and auto unboxing.
Yes.
Can you define any 5 method of a number class?
Number class.
Sir,
5 methods. Yes. You're using the new, I said you have to define this using the initialization technique. Here you are using the new keyword, na? Means you're creating the new object here. I said you have to initialize that using this. That I said. And you also that mentioned it, we can do like this. Can we do again? Again I'm asking that. Umesh, what is the exception?
Exception. Exception is a handle the exception. They can
sir, we cannot initialize without new.
Just 1 second. Exception.
exception.
What is the thread?
Thread is a single unit of the process, that is thread.
What is the process?
Process is multiple threads are running at a time, that is process.
How we can create a threads in Java?
By using runnable interface, we can extend the thread class, and using run method we can create.
Who represent the run method? It's a runnable interface method or thread class method?
Thread.
Run method is a thread class. Thread class method.
Sir, I did not understand your question.
Where a run method is present in Java, in which class or which interface?
Interface consists all the methods, but that is implemented in the thread class.
How many function runnable interface have? Runnable is interface.
Yes.
How many functions inside it? Yes. Okay. Can you define the static method, those present inside the thread class? Thread class, static methods.
Run, that is static method.
Run is not static.
Sorry. There are some methods which I know. That is
I required a method which are the static inside the thread class. Okay. What is the functional interfaces? Umesh,
Yes, sir.
what is the functional interface?
Function interface is the
Yes, Anushka. What is the functional interfaces? What is a singleton class?
singleton class is a class cannot create is more than one object. Is known as singleton class.
Why singleton class does not allow us to create the more than one object?
because singleton classes is made for use for security purpose. If we are suppose for example in the banking sector, there are account ID is only one, it cannot be repeat, so we need that type of classes which provide the security, so that is used of singleton classes.
Can I define a constructor as static?
Constructor, no,
Why?
because static, the behavior of static, that is creation before the object, so it is associated with class, not a instance of class, so we cannot define.
Suppose I have one static function, can I call that using the reference of class?
No.
No? Umesh, what are the differences between static and dynamic polymorphism?
Static polymorphism is compile time polymorphism, and dynamic polymorphism is a runtime polymorphism. Static polymorphism is once we initialize, not will be changed. In dynamic polymorphism is runtime will be changed.
Change in the runtime.
Yes.
Can we achieve the dynamic polymorphism using static functions?
And yes.
You can check.
Yes.
Write down the code in which you have to achieve a dynamic polymorphism using static functions. Okay, do it fast. Can you define any 5 compile time exception?
5 compile time exceptions. Null pointer exception, that is occur when we not as allocate, for example we are not reference allocate with object, means not initialize, that is null pointer exception. That I know one only.
Null pointer is a compile time, not defined any 5 or runtime exception. Show your book. Show your book. Book.
Book not on page only.
So yeah, just let me specify the task for you. Okay. Suppose I have one list that consisting the all integer values in it. Okay. It's marked with the generics as a integer. What you have to do? You have to find out the sum of that list first. Then you have to find out the average of that list. Okay. And you have to complete this code using a Java 1.8. Okay. First you have to find the sum. Then you have to find
by using
JDK
Java
1.8. You have to find first.
I did not
Sum.
prepare JDK 1.8.
Right. Cannot say that things I have to use. Write down the code in which you have to generate and handle the class not found exception. Okay, you have a 4 minutes. Do it. Here you get a class not found exception. When we get the class not found exception, yes, when a class not found exception occurred.
Sir, not used in dynamic polymer.
So why you writing the code from last half hour? If that is not possible, then why you writing the code? You cannot use static function as a
Dynamic polymer.
yes, Anushka.
When compiler not get
Compiler. Or when JVM class loader doesn't found the class which we loaded. So you're not loading any class in JVM. Right? That is not class not found exception, correct? When we try to write the class.form name method, class path resources, then we actually load the classes inside the JVM. Correct? And if JVM not getting that time it generate class not found. Not in that case, it should depend. Yes, Umesh, what is the difference between list and set?
List and set.
What are the differences between collection and map?
collection is used to represent and store the multiple object, and map is used to store key with values.
Any other differences between them? Differences between map and collection? Umesh? Yes. Anushka, I have this one MCQ for you how to solve this. What will you solve? Okay? Sure, I'll give you another clue. So, suppose we have a class and main method, okay? I'm directly writing the code inside them.
Okay.
We got for this.
The string will print ABC as it is, because in the string constant pool all string are present.
We are going through the collection. No?
Yes, Vasla sir, every class is in the collection is clonable and synchronizable.
So what will be your final output there?
ABC.
ABC will be printed. No?
Yes.
Yes, what will the output?
hello take first output and second output is 20.
Anushka. This is our code.
Yes.
Now I am going to run it. What's here? It is generating the exception. It is not printing ABC. Okay. Can we modify the string which declared with initialization technique?
Initialization technique. Repeat answer.
Can we modify a string which declared with initialization technique?
Yes,
We can modify.
modifying it, adding string.
We will not able to modify the string which declared with the initialization technique. So that is a wrong answer. It will only print the hello. It will not print the hello text.
Okay, yes. Only hello print. Yes.
It will print only hello.
Yes.
Okay. Fine. Namaskar. What are the differences between hash map and a tree map? Yes. Sumesh, differences between hash map and tree map.
Hash map and tree map. Tree map is a sorting of data, and hash map is a sequentially adding of data.
Any other differences between them other than that? Any other differences? What is the file in Java? Anushka? Yes. Who is the parent of all exception in Java?
Exception in thread.
Parent of all exception.
Parent of exception is the main.
What does it mean?
Main class of
Yes.
class name.
Yes. What is the deadlock in thread?
Deadlock is that situation. There are multiple threads are trying to access the resources, but in that situation, any thread can't access that particular resources because that situation is deadlock.
How we can avoid that?
Mm, by using synchronized.
So deadlock occurred means asynchronous thread.
Mm,
Where it occurred?
it is chances to in the asynchronized.
Asynchronous.
Yes, because there are multiple.
Suppose I have 4 thread and all 4 are the asynchronous and I have one resource. So if they all 4 wanted to use that resource, they can use because they are the asynchronous. They will not stop for the execution of any particular thread. They can use the resource whenever they want because they are the asynchronous. And inside the asynchronous, you didn't cause the deadlock. When your thread are the synchronous and one thread entered inside the synchronous block, that time it's caused you a deadlock there. Okay. What is the use of join method, Ramesh?
Join method is a they can execute stop thread.
What is the daemon thread?
Daemon thread is a empty thread.
priorities are used to execution thread sequentially as particular by using priority. If we are using the priority, then thread will be execute as per given the priority that are mean, max, and normal priority.
Can you provide the thread priorities to synchronize thread?
Synchronized is the behavior of synchronized is um, run only one thread at a time.
So where we have to use the thread priorities? On which thread we can apply the thread priorities?
When that thread is not synchronized.
And that thread is not synchronized. What are the differences between file writer and buffer writer?
File writer, they can use write data in file and file
What are the differences between a print writer and buffer writer?
Buffer writer is used to when we are using write the in the file, we have to next line, and that time we are using buffer writer.
What about the print writer? Yes. Which are the building blocks of a React? Yes, Anushka. Which are the building blocks of a React? Yes. What are the differences between state and props?
no, sorry.
Yes. Differences between state and props? Yes. What are the differences between a real DOM and virtual DOM?
No, sorry.
Yes. Anushka. Difference between a real DOM and a virtual DOM. What is the hooks in React?
No, sorry.
Yes, Anushka. What is the hooks in React? Yes, you have to answer. You didn't prepare the React.
No, sir.
Why? So how solid rest of your score? Okay, fine. What is the JSX? What is the JSX? Yes, Pita. Which are the data type present in a JavaScript?
JavaScript supports data types that are integer, float, double, null, undefined.
There is a data type like integer, float, and double. Data type of JavaScript.
Data type of JavaScript in late const late const.
Those are the keywords which help us to define the variables. I'm asking about the data types.
Yes,
Let and constant is not data type.
Okay.
It is a keywords. Yes. Which are the data types?
String, number,
What is the use of type operator in JavaScript? Type of operator in JavaScript.
Operator.
Type of operator, not just operator. Type of. You can take that as a function. What is the use of type of in JavaScript?
Type of operator.
What are the differences between null and undefined?
null means their value is not assigned, and undefined means we know the data type but that is not declared, initialized.
So if I write console.log null equal undefined, what will be the output?
Maybe error, sir.
Why? Equal generate the error for us.
No.
Show book. Statement. What are the differences between slice and splice method in JavaScript? What are the differences between rest and spread operator? Yeah. What will the output of that code? What is the SQL?
SQL is a structured query language that is used to fetch the data from database.
What are the differences between SQL and MySQL?
SQL is a structured query language, and MySQL
What is the constraints and what are the types of constraints in SQL? Constraints.
Constraints is the rule that is used or restrict the data. That is there are some constraints that is unique, not null, primary key, foreign key. That are the constraint. If we are not using constraint, then any type of data we can add, but that is not good for store.
It is a normalization. What is the use of group by clause?
Group by clause used to there are for example in the database there are multiple rows, and if we have to for example we have to fetch the data from which some employees which have salaries 30,000. So group by clause is your output how many employees are there which have 30,000 salary.
what is the use of having clause?
Having class is used for
What is the join and what are the types of join present in SQL?
Join is there are multiple tables in the database, but we want to work with multiple database. That time we have to use joins. There are some types that are equi-joins, inner join, outer join, self join.
So I have one task for you. Suppose I have one, what do you say? I have one table name as an employee that consisting ID, name and salary of an employee. What you have to do, you have to find out the 3 employees, those have a minimum salary from that particular table. Okay, with their all data like ID, name and salary, 3 employees which have a minimum salary.
ID, name,
Complete data from employee table which have a 3 minimum salaries. Okay, 3 employees which have a minimum salaries. Okay, and you have to find out the second max salary from employee table. Right now. It's completed. group by mean salary having less than 3. What is having less than 3? When we use the having mean salary.
Filter out the data.
But what is 3 here? I said 3 records. How it will be find the 3? Minimum salary having less than 3. Having a mean salary less than 3, or like that statement, if you write it, then it will be work. It will be not work right now. You finding the mean salary only and then less than 3. It will be not work for you. Yes. Should work.
Max salary.
Select star from employee where salary is greater than is equal to max. It will not work. Okay, fine. We will stop here. If you have any query doubt, you can ask. You can stop your recording now. And if you have any query doubt,